Hello folks, I'm back again with another Saturday paint table update. And I have finished this section of The Witcher. And I'm oddly proud. There's a lot of little characters, a lot of the minutiae of the kind of the monster, the more fun stuff that I'm going to paint is in here. Also in here, besides just monsters, were the Wild Hunt. And they were kind of a thing all to their own. They all had really similar bases, and I decided to base those all in the same way. So they all have kind of the same color base. What's interesting about this color too is it really reminds me of a lot of the Awakened Realms stuff when they wash it with that kind of real earthy wash color. It really reminds me of that a lot. So if you really like that but don't feel like paying for it, I recommend that brand or that color of contrast paint for if you'd like to mimic it. It seems to do a great job. And it's sort of a tough time with the Wild Hunt guys. One, they've got this sort of elaborate armor that isn't super simple to paint. And two, they're a little grimy, so they weren't just like straight up plate mail or anything like that. I went a little nuts with some of the color choices of the metal that was on there. Overall, I thought they were a lot of fun to paint, but the reference art was not very clear, and so I ended up going into Google references and stuff, and I think some places where I guessed I maybe didn't get the colors just right. But I did the best I can to kind of make them look dark and menacing, and they definitely kind of have that vibe. We had some other monsters that I tried to do some kind of non-standard things. I decided my werewolf would be a little bit more African-American, and I gave it a lot darker skin tone, but I still kept the gray fur and stuff, and that was kind of an interesting, I don't know, it was sort of an interesting contrast that I tried to do. There are a lot of oddball characters that I'm sure I would appreciate if I had read the fiction or played the game at all, the video game at all. I would probably be much more interested in them. But I'm kind of grinding away through these because I really want to get to the next box set that I'm really looking forward to. And that's where we're going to start digging into well, there's a lot of small things in here too. I'll probably knock them out first, but we start getting into the really big ones. And what's funny is as we go through these box sets, I go from the smallest ones to the biggest ones. And when you do that, it feels like you still got a lot to do, but I mean, these guys take up a lot more space than these guys. So there's probably half as many painting sessions in this as there was in this. I don't go into a great deal of detail about how I paint these things. They're more there for ideas for y'all and stuff. If you'd like to see more or a more detailed kind of description of how I paint some of these, I did do the Frostpunk Tower last week, and I sort of practiced doing like a how to paint. I'd be curious to know if you're interested in that sort of thing or how I did on that. So be sure to check it out and let me know. I'll definitely do a time lapse at least of painting some of these bigger ones. These bigger ones are easier to see. When I paint, every time I paint one of the small ones, I end up moving around so much that it, especially in time lapse, it just doesn't look very good. And I don't have enough commentary to sit and talk through me painting them. This project is really taking forever. I believe I'm going to be taking some paints to the beach. I'm going to be taking a break here, a little vacation. And I do plan on getting a lot of this done on vacation. In fact, it'd be really neat if I could come back from vacation, they'd all be done. As soon as I finish shooting this, I'm going to prime all of this and get started. I just got a notification that another game is on the way that I'm going to want to paint, and it arrives in like a week. So I need to kick this into high gear and finish up these things. I want to keep my quality up, but I also need to just keep painting them. That's the big thing. It's like it takes a lot of time. What you saw this week was the result of about 3 or 4 sessions. That's an evening where I just say, okay, I'm painting tonight, and I focus on that. Sometimes I get 4 things done, sometimes I get 1 thing done, but a session's anywhere between 3 and 5 hours. And then I get sleepy. That's all I got for you now. I'll be back soon with more videos. If you'd like to see more of these Saturday videos, click right here. And of course, subscribe, because I'd love to see you again. Until next time, enjoy your games, enjoy your paints. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.